At the beginning of the year, I challenged myself to finally do the 2022 week shred from Chloe Ting, and I actually ended up finishing it, which is something that I had tried multiple times and was just never able to do. But I am steady into my weight loss journey. I'm regularly exercising once again, and I've decided now is the time to do another Chloe Ting challenge. And this has been in the back of my mind for maybe like 2 weeks here now, that I should do another fitness challenge. And I ended up getting a comment the other day saying that I should try her Pilates challenge. And I've been kind of interested in Pilates. I did Google what a Pilates class would cost around me and was like, well, there go my Pilates dreams, because that is expensive. But Chloe Ting's Pilates challenge is a core Pilates challenge. So similar to the 2-week shred, we are focused on the abs for this one. I have 2 weeks before I leave to go camping, and that is the amount of time for this challenge. So I have to start today. I've had a full day already today. I took the kids to the splash pad today, and we were there all day, and I was chasing them around at the playground. It was a very active day. So I am slightly tired and do wish that I hadn't decided this morning that I was going to do this. But again, I have exactly 14 days before I leave for camping. I gotta do it now, otherwise it won't get started until like September, and I want to do it now. So I'm going to open up the Core app. I love Chloe Ting's Core app. If you haven't seen my 2022 week shred video, I just go off about how much I adore her app, and it's free. But if you're willing to put a little more money into it, I'm sure it's definitely worth it, because the free version is so good. I can't even imagine what the paid version is like. So looking at the Pilates Core Challenge, it just says get ready to work your core in this 2-week Pilates Core Challenge. And just quickly looking through all of the workouts for every single day, they range from like 35 minutes to even over an hour. But I do like that there is a stretch day right next to the rest day. So it's almost like I get 2 rest days in a row. And I believe that happens twice throughout these 2 weeks. So I kind of have 4 days off, depending on what the stretch is like. I'm not flexible, so it might be more challenging than I think. But day 1, 37 minutes, warm up, Pilates ab, and stretch. The warm up and the stretch for today are optional. I think I'm gonna do it today. My cat will not leave me alone, ever. They're optional, but I think today I will actually do it, because I never did any of the optional workouts when I did the 2022 week shred. And I want to just see what these ones are like. We're going to get the full experience. The only equipment they say is the yoga mat. The house is an absolute chaos. I don't know how much of that I got on film, because my kids kept coming into the room and they love seeing themselves on camera. And now they're dumping out every single toy in sight. But got the workout, well, the warm-up done, and it wasn't too bad. Honestly, I could see myself actually doing this workout before every single one, because it flew by. And I'm not in pain. Actually, I feel pretty good, which I think is what warm-ups are meant to do. They're meant to make you feel good. But sometimes people do warm-ups that I get bored and I get tired. And then I'm like, I'm done with the warm-up, and now I have a full workout to do. I know warm-ups are important. It keeps you from getting hurt, but I skip them a lot. Okay, now time to do the actual workout. I just finished the workout, and it's very 2-week shred-esque. Like it gives me the same vibe, except the 2-week shred, the 2021 is what I'm talking about. I've been meaning to do the other ones because I think she does one every single year. Hello. And I've heard that the 2020 2-week shred is one of the hardest ones, and they get a little bit easier and more doable after that. This particular workout, very doable. The only one I really struggled with was when I had to like plank and put my arm under. I'll insert a video here of me attempting. I just could not do it, and there was not an alternate exercise for anything, whereas with the 2-week shred, there were alternate exercises for almost everything. I'm working out. What are you doing?
I'm doing something.
You're doing something? Okay, I'm gonna do the stretch, and then I'm done for the night. Just finished the stretch. I decided not to film it just because my kids were all over me. Like, picture this workout, but with a child on your back yelling yeehaw, and then the other one deciding, oh, I want to join in, and also yeehawing. It was actually very relaxing despite the children on my back. I feel like the children almost they cracked my back. It felt good. I've been trying to find a stretch YouTube video to add to my routine for just like active rest days, just to like get my body moving a little bit more. And I'm also very, very, very inflexible. I didn't have a hard time with almost any of the stretches except for one of the last stretches. And even then she did say that it was a more difficult stretch to do and that you kind of got to work up to it. But the rest of it was very beginner friendly, in my opinion. I checked out on the app, and this stretch is at the end of every single workout, and then this stretch is one of the only workouts right before a rest day. So I don't know if I will do it every single time. I'll definitely do it on the day when it's like the only workout to do for that day. But it is like a 15-minute long stretch, and it's hard for me to get a full hour in of a workout in every single day. Usually I get 40 minutes. Sometimes I have to split my workouts in half and do like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. And I guess I could possibly do that with the Chloe Ting challenge, but I'll let you know what days I split them up, what days I get them done all the way through. But for tonight, I hear chaos in the other room. I'm going to go check on my children, and I will see you next time. Wow, that hair is something. I just finished the stretch. I did do all 3 videos. So I did the warm up, the full body, and the stretch at the end. I feel like if you want to get the most out of the stretching and improving your flexibility, you have to do the stretch. Like, duh. That seems like a duh thing. But the actual core workout of each day so far has very minimal stretching. So if you're looking for flexibility, I think you got to do the full, like, 15-minute long stretch thing. And it does get long and it does get boring, but do I feel good after? Yes. Do I look like this after? Yes, but it's very relaxing. I am enjoying it. The warm-up I feel like wasn't 100% necessary today because there was a quick warm-up. It was like a shortened version of the actual warm-up at the beginning of the full body workout. So I think on the days for sure when I see that full body, because I know I'll see this video again, when I see this video again, I'm going to just skip the warm up just to save myself just a little bit of time. As for the full body workout, I feel like it was very leaning towards abs. I feel like I didn't get that much of an arm workout, and there was a little bit more leg workout. So technically full body because I worked out everything, but it was mainly abs, then I would say legs, and very minimal arms. That is day 2. Let's go on to day 3. On day 3, I did the warm-up, I did the booty and legs, and actually I had already done this exact workout, the booty and legs one, because I'm subscribed to Chloe Ting, and this popped up in my subscriptions when she posted it somewhat recently. I think it's been about a month. And I did this workout originally with the booty band on, and I have these ankle weights that I put on for part of it. So I made it a lot harder in that instance than what it was this time. This time I did it without all of those extra things. And then after that, I did the Pilates abs, and I decided to skip the stretch for that day. There is some stretching within the workouts, And sometimes at the end of the workout, there's a little bit of a cool down with some stretching in them. So I feel okay with skipping the long stretch one every once in a while. I'm going to try my best still to do it as often as I can, but some days I just don't have the time to do a 15-minute stretch. 5-minute stretch, totally. 15. On day 4, I did the warm-up and Pilates HIIT, and this is where I made a mistake. I did skip the stretch workout, but I didn't press the button that said skip workout, or I didn't play it. I did nothing. I just closed the app, I walked away, and then my schedule adjusted on the app, and I cannot figure out how to get it back to normal because the next day was a stretch day, which I did do. I did the whole stretch routine, and then I was excited because tomorrow, aka today, was supposed to be my rest day. But because I skipped the stretch in one of them, the schedule adjusted and it took away my rest day today. And now I have a full workout to do today, which I'm not looking forward to. But I have done every single workout for this program at least one time. And I can kind of give you my thoughts at about halfway through this program. This program is so much easier than the 2-week shred. I haven't done any of our other programs, but I'm going to go out here and saying this is one of the easiest programs she's probably had. If I were you and you're considering doing the 2-week shred, let's start with the Pilates one because this will work on your core. It will strengthen it and it will give you kind of more of a foundation to work on when you go and do the 2-week shred. And I feel like with that foundation, it's going to make it so much easier. The only thing about it that I don't like so far is that the little video showing you what the next workout is, I miss it a lot. Either I'm like looking down at the mat doing something and I just can't see the TV in that moment, and then it disappears right before the workout actually starts. Like when she's moving from one position to the other, I feel like this is like the time to put that video on screen so I can see it. And the video isn't there. So I have to wait for her to actually start the exercise so I can see what we're doing and then do it. So I do miss a few seconds of multiple exercises because of this. I think that's really the only thing I'm disliking about this program. I feel like next week what's going to happen is I'm going to get bored because I've done all of these workouts now. And the stretches and the warm-ups are going to get especially boring because they are an everyday situation. As for my schedule readjusting, I attempted to fix it. I couldn't figure it out, so I'm just going to do the schedule as it is on there. So today I have a full workout going on. Tomorrow I have just a regular stretch day, and then I have my rest day. So it's fine because yesterday I did the stretch day, and I feel pretty rejuvenated from that. Before that, I was feeling a little overwhelmed because I worked out every single day in August. It's August 11th, so I have not had a rest day yet in August. I'm not used to that. Usually I take 1 or 2 rest days. Sometimes I take 3. Sometimes I do a few very light workout days. I've not worked out this hard, and I'm putting those in air quotes because a lot of my strength workouts that I do, I feel are a little bit harder than these workouts. This is great for a beginner. Maybe even like an intermediate person. I would say I'm somewhere between beginner and intermediate. Like I'm right there. I have some strength because I've been doing strength workouts for a year and a half, 2 years. I don't know when I started actually incorporating. Why does that word sound wrong right now? It's been a little bit since I started adding in strength. So I feel like I am finally starting to feel a little bit stronger. So these workouts are a lot easier, but there are a few exercises within these workouts that are a little more difficult. A lot of them are like the stretching ones, and honestly, still a lot of the core ones. Well, not a lot of the core ones. There's probably like 3 core workouts that are very difficult for me to do. Side planks being one of them. I just can't do it. I don't know if it's my balance or my core. I feel like it might be the mat that I have. Although it could very easily be my core also. Anyways, I'm gonna stop babbling. I got a few things to do with my kids today, and then after that, I guess I'm doing a full workout. Just finished up the workout. I was exhausted by about like 10 minutes before the ending of the last one. So I decided against doing the stretch because by the time I finished everything, I was dying. I'm tired. My body just said no. The nice thing about the stretching though is that it won't get me all sweaty. So if I want to, I could just do the stretch before bed. And I think that might be the route that I take because I do want to do the stretch as often as I can because I feel like the flexibility portion of this challenge is important. So I'm just going to shower, get dressed, and I'm going to just relax for a bit. And if I feel like doing the stretch, I will. If I don't, that's fine. Tomorrow is just a stretch day, and then I have a rest day, and then we'll be back to regular workouts, but I feel like by then my body will be so much less tired because I have not had much recovery. Although tomorrow I am planning on cleaning out my car, which sometimes can be a workout. Yesterday was my last day of the Pilates challenge, and here I am to wrap up all of my thoughts on it. Starting with the app, and it's no surprise, I love the app. I said the exact same thing when I finished up her 2-week shred. I just love that the app has so many different programs for you to choose from. It lays it out for you. You just see all the videos. You press play on the video that you're wanting to watch, and there it is. So I just use that in combination with my Chromecast, and I just cast it up onto my TV, and it's just so easy. If you have any interest in doing Chloe Ting workouts, I suggest you download her app, especially because all of this is for free. I can't believe the amount of things that are just free on her app. One of the good things and the bad things about the app is that if you miss a day, it will automatically reschedule the program for you and it'll work out what you missed. That way you get all of the exercises that are in the program. It just might make your program a little bit longer than the set amount of time. For this one, it was 2 weeks. Now, I say that this is a good thing and a bad thing because I often skipped the optional workouts, and every day the optional workout was the warm-up and the stretch at the very end. And some of the main workout videos I knew had really good warm-ups at the very beginning. They just were a little bit quicker. So I would skip the warm-up on the days that would happen. And also if it's midday, I'm already warmed up from moving around, taking care of my kids, cleaning. I'm usually pretty warmed up. And then some days I would skip the stretch because I honestly was just over it by the end. I just didn't want to do 15 minutes of stretching. So if I did not press the skip button in the app, it would take these optional workouts and then I would have to do it the next day. and it would shift my schedule completely. And it just messed up my schedule. I don't know if I did the exercises in the order that it originally was laid out. I kind of just went with it. I ended up figuring it out, but I was very confused. Now let's talk about the program itself. One thing that was a little bit annoying was the preview clip for exercises oftentimes would show up as I was still doing the current exercise, and it would disappear before I was finished, which means I would often miss that preview clip that would show me what my next exercise was. And Chloe would explain what you're supposed to be doing verbally, but I am a very visual person, so I need to see her actually doing the exercise in order for me to know what I'm doing and know that I'm doing it right. And I'm not kidding, about half of the exercise, she's fixing her hair, getting into position, fixing her outfit, and then she will do the exercise, which means I lost about half of that time. So oftentimes I would have to pause it, rewind it, and it messed with my flow so much. So what I think that she could do instead is she can show it at the beginning, whatever, but put it on a loop for about 5 seconds in to the exercise that she's showing, just so I can see what I'm doing. I need to be able to see it, otherwise. And another con for me is that it just got repetitive. I knew it would get repetitive because the 2-week shred got very repetitive. I feel like maybe this one wasn't as repetitive as the 2-week shred, so I wasn't as annoyed about it, but I know a lot of people find comfort in things being familiar, so it could just be me. But honestly, I feel like the pros outweigh the cons a million times because this program is my favorite. This is only the second one I've done, but this one is my favorite. It's very beginner friendly, so if you are thinking about doing a Chloe Ting challenge, I would say you should start with this one. My body feels so much stronger, and a lot of the exercises were a lot more comfortable for me to do because I had that strength, and because I was more comfortable doing the workouts, a lot of it was a lot more enjoyable for me, more fun. And now for my results. Here's my before, and here is my after. And this is them right next to each other. And this is the first time that I have taken a before and after that I can really see the difference. I can't believe there's only 2 weeks between these pictures. It's insane to me. As for my weight, I started this challenge at 191.5 and I ended the challenge at 187, which means I lost 4.5 pounds in about 2 weeks. I will say that I've also been working on being in a calorie deficit, but also there were about 3 days in there where I just ate so much food that I felt sick. So I don't know how much of a calorie deficit I was in because of those 3 days, but that is what my nutrition looked like. That pizza was very good, but the regret was felt. And that's all I have to say about this challenge. What should I do next? Is there another fitness YouTuber that you want me to check out? Another challenge that you want me to check out? I kind of want to try something different than Chloe Ting. So let me know what you're thinking, and I will see you next time. Bye!